So now we're going to show you a setup that will allow us to measure the leakage to outdoors separately. And what we have to do here is to make sure both of these gauges are referenced to the same pressure, which is outdoors, by taking a little tube like this and adding it on. So we take this red tube, put it on the red connector, which was measuring the house pressure, and we disconnect this red tube, which was going to the outside, and we attach that here. And we now tee this together so that both gauges are experiencing the same pressure, which is the outdoor pressure. Now you'll notice that when we set pressure to 25, that the tightness of the house no longer matters. And this is the basis behind measuring leakage to outdoors. In this case, most of our leakage is between the ducts and outdoors, so we're not expecting a big difference between the duct leakage to outdoor reading and the total duct leakage. But there should be a small amount. How we do that is we take this fan over here and we set it to the same pressure that's being created in the ducts with this fan. So we'll just remove this plate. Set pressure 25. We notice a little burst in pressure there as things start to stabilize. Both of these pressures are set to 25 pascals. Both the duct tester fan and the door fan will bring themselves down to 25 pascals. And you'll notice that the duct leakage to outdoors is slightly less than it was before. Our duct leakage simulator doesn't have a very big hole opened up to the house. Well, here's an example of us having a bigger duct leakage, but with a lot of duct leakage into the house. So what we're going to do is to open this slider over here, which essentially is increasing our duct leakage into the house. When we do the total duct leakage test, you notice that the duct leakage has gone up. It's gone from about 60 up to about 120 CFM. But it's not duct leakage to outdoors, it's duct leakage back into the house. The duct leakage to outdoors has actually stayed the same, and that's on this slider here. You can hear the fan picking up speed. Now what we're going to do is to neutralize that duct leakage back into the house with this fan by going set pressure 25, enter. We'll notice that the pressure increases here. It's forcing the fan to go down in speed, and both the duct tester fan and the door fan are all working automatically, and they're coming to a point where they're both registering 25 pascals. The duct tester fan 25 pascals from the ducts to outdoors, the door fan 25 pascals from outdoors to the house. So here both of these gauges are at the same pressure, so that means that this gauge is showing the duct leakage as being 64 CFM between the ducts and outdoors, and this is showing a 25 pascal pressure between outdoors and the house, so that the leakage from the house to the ducts is being neutralized by this fan. And we're back to approximately the same leakage that we had before, the leakage to outdoors. Now it's showing about 62 CFM. And if we were to increase the leakage back into the house, the value over here is not going to change all that much because the door fan will be constantly neutralizing it all the time. However, if the leakage to outdoors changes, which we can simulate by closing this down, That will be immediately reflected in this result over here, and it's now showing 52 CFM and dropping leakage to outdoors. This pressure's gone up, forcing this fan to drop in speed. Eventually, when these two get neutralized and we have the same pressure here and here, then we'll know exactly what the leakage to outdoors is, which of course is the important value to measure.